What if, hypothetically, you didn't know it, but you had, let's say you have had children, and you didn't think you had children. And you say to yourself, I did not have sex with that woman. Well, I wasn't even, well, don't remember having sex with her. Maybe I did. Well, you say that, well, I don't want to give Bill Clinton the benefit of the doubt when he says I did not have sex with that woman. He might have purposefully sent a courier to deliver his semen to his most favorite additional harem wife-to-be, and he sent a courier with semen for her to get pregnant. So that's different. The real question is, if you have family in common with someone else, there's only so much you can hate them, and there's only so much you can wish revenge against them. So the idea is, what if you didn't know it, but there was people who were putting an embargo, and they said, don't let him breed. We're going to say he's got a genetic problem and we don't want him to breed. And as an act of racial revenge against his type. Like say there are some white activists who say, and white Jewish activists, and they have pure white friends, and they say, we don't want him in our genome. And if you let him fade into the white society by taking a wife who's a white woman, his descendants are eventually going to get merged into the racially white genome. And can we all agree we don't want him merging into our racially white genome? And so then they start a conspiracy to hypothetically, not just to delegitimize me for breeding with a white woman, but they want to delegitimize me for breeding at all, because that's the level of their propaganda against me. So then let's say some radical Jewish woman says we should break him out of that embargo, or let's say we should help him break free from their restrictive society that's oppressing him and misleading him and deceiving him and misleading him with false hope, while at the same time planning for him to be permanently ostracized and destroyed, have his reputation destroyed or whatever. Well, okay, what's the word I was going to say? Boycott. They're boycotting me. Let's say there's white Jewish and white men, white Jewish men and white men are in a group, and they are organizing a boycott against me. So then, let's say Jewish women say, they volunteer to get pregnant, to break me free from the oppression, to break me out by getting pregnant from me, to prove that my lineage is not bad, because I was being starved, and I was also, besides being starved, is a special type of starvation where they make sure you don't get enough protein for your neurotransmitters, but you get enough grain. So you have enough grain, enough carbohydrates, and you have enough calcium for your bones, and you have enough carbohydrates for your metabolism, but you don't have enough protein for your neurotransmitters. So it's a special type of starvation, a starvation of a particular part of your nutritional, very crucial part, to make you look like a brainless sort of a zombie, like a catatonic zombie. So then, what if these Jewish women got pregnant from me? Then what would I say? And would I continue to feel so angry at her brother for hypothetically for hostility against me? Well, I can't confirm this stuff. This is what's being suggested But it's a good thing that I never, well, that I, it's a good thing that I can, if it's true about her, then it's a good thing that I can testify with sincerity and honesty that I never wanted to hurt her. So anyway, I don't know if it's true or not. And they're saying, okay, you had a bunch of women get pregnant from you. And you, well, I don't know if that's true or not. What if? That's all I can say. What if? Because I don't know. What if? If so, something different, right? I wouldn't be, but I haven't even seen any evidence. They want to portray me as somebody who's delusional, who's just a dreamer, wishfully thinking that he's admired and has secret admirers and hidden families and children that he's never seen before. I don't have any evidence of that. So the suggestion is that that's what happened. And they're trying to make me look like a crazy guy. Also, one of the suggestions, what if a woman who had one flaw, it said she was set up to breed with your DNA, like these are like, they're practicing witchcraft sort of secret activity with, it's biotechnology. No, it's not even biotechnology. It's not witchcraft because it's nothing mysterious. But it's like the idea of witchcraft it has a resemblance to it. Women making their own plans around men, and in spite of what men say and do, and what they think, in spite of what they think. And there was a young girl, and I did admire her enough to have her, but she was too young for me to have her. And I would have had her because she was young and charming. And but if she hadn't been so young, I would have probably overlooked her. But she was of the perfect age to emotionally bond with, and from a family I was close to. And so anyway, confronted with a lot of hostility from men of that Caucasian race, I've been not as much admiring the Jewish women as I otherwise might have. And I also said, don't you think my features would look bad on a pale Jewish woman's face, merged and interpolated, and like a merging of the two. And I think my lower lip looks too big. And if she has a very pale complexion, and my upper lip's not big enough, you see. So if let's say I was snorting a lot of cocaine like Tom Petty, the rock musician, snorting a lot of cocaine, and the cocaine is killing the tissue inside of the nasal passage, and so the upper lip starts to get drawn in by the receding of the flesh into the nasal passages, where the cocaine is causing not necrotic. It's just the flesh is not deteriorating and rotting. The flesh is just, it's like it's just disappearing. It's getting thinner. It's going away. And so when people snort cocaine, their nose begins to collapse and their whole face starts to collapse into the void, because the cocaine numbs you and you can't feel the damage that's happening until later, until after you're done snorting the cocaine, and the numbness wears off. You get maybe a bad feeling in the middle of your head. Anyway, so then the upper lip starts getting pulled as the flesh is going into the nasal passages. And the upper lip gets pulled back, and there's more and more of the upper teeth being revealed because of snorting a lot of cocaine. Well, if your nose isn't big to begin with and your upper lip isn't big to begin with, then it starts to be very much more obvious on your face than it would look on someone who's got a big, long African Chinese hybrid upper lip, big, long upper lip. And then it doesn't look so obvious when they consume cocaine, but their face begins to deteriorate always. So cocaine is something that people shouldn't use much of it. And it's actually better if you would not get the drug through your nostrils. And that's smoking cocaine is more healthy versus snorting cocaine. The worst thing you can do with cocaine is snort it. So you should only if you're going to do that, very rarely is the rule. Don't do that very often, because it's going to erode the tissue inside the middle of your face, eroding the membranes and the flesh inside of your nasal passages. All right, that's all for now.